Mulder, look, Colton plays by the book and you don't. They feel your methods, your theories are...
spooky.
It's still real to me, damn it!
It's incredible how she almost falls asleep while sitting.
Also, I just want to say, in front of God and the internet right now, that this fish, Noelle, made me sit here while she was troubleshooting her fucking computer, wondering why it wasn't working, and it was because she didn't have numlock on.
It's honestly, it's really embarrassing for me.
Also,
I unplugged and restarted, and then at the end of the day, it was fucking numlock. So,
yep.
you know.
Also, if we sound a little disheveled, it's because we're wearing masks today.
We are wearing masks today. Utah is back up in the high risk category. Really big fans of it. And actually, besides you, like, there are other people in my mutual friends circle. Nice, Cora. Speaking of thanks for giving us COVID, you
Just
fucking
coughing
bitch.
out her whole lung.
There are people in, like, my mutual friend circle who have it. It's, like, officially getting close now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's closing in.
It is closing in. Like, I feel like everyone that I quote unquote know who's had it is some distant friend on Facebook. But now it's like actually people who like I am mutual friends with and have seen.
People who have my fucking phone number now are getting the COVID.
Exactly.
And that's how I know
that's
it's close.
That's 1,000%. Honestly though, like we almost got exposed last weekend, but because of an unforeseen accident that happened, that day was canceled. So that person didn't help us. Ooh. That person's partner just tested positive.
Bruh.
So I'm like, that's too fucking close. Yeah. That's too close.
That's not even like Kevin Bacon degrees of separation.
No.
That's right at the front door.
I know it. And I mean, same thing. It's just like, it's closing the fuck in. It's no longer like, oh yeah, that guy who fucking added me on Facebook from a Comic-Con. It's like, no, so-and-so. And you're like, fuck.
I don't even get insurance. Jesus, Cora. I don't even get insurance for 60 days at my job. So I'm just rolling the dice.
You better fucking hope and pray.
I know. My roommate, bless her, tried to like convince her work that we were in a domestic partnership and it doesn't count because Utah's backwards. And I'm like, I can't lie to get insurance benefits.
God.
Damn it.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, they were like, no, sorry.
If you were married though, would it?
It would count, yeah.
Oh, okay, so they just don't let.
But does Utah even recognize same-sex marriages?
I think so. I don't know. You're asking the wrong person. We live in a backward state.
Yeah, I haven't looked into the concept of marriage for anybody ever.
You shouldn't. There's no point in it. I actually did the adult thing and I upgraded my insurance. So now it costs me like nothing to go to the Instacare and whatever. But we actually, Jesus, Cora, I don't know. I don't even know what she fucking ate that she's
choking on the fur of in the little coat you have.
No. Yeah, Cora's wearing a big old fuzzy coat like she's J-Lo in a 2005 music video.
It is one of those like puffy baby fat coats that were super popular. Yeah, with like the high boots with the fur on the top.
She's wearing that apple bottom jeans.
Yeah, she is that song right now.
Yeah, it's just because it's like officially cold in Utah, but like Apollo and I don't die when it turns 65 degrees, but that goblin does. So here we are. But anyway,
she's just so fucking cute. Speaking of cold.
Speaking of
Antarctica.
Okay.
Coming back to haunt me again.
Yeah, it never left.
Yeah. Also, I just want to say, does it annoy you in some sense when people are like, can I tell you about insert any topic, and it's a topic that you've either been subscribed to for years or really into, but you don't want to hear other people tell you about it. You just want to tell them about it.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, like
that's what happened to you recently?
Yeah, just with Antarctica and being like, oh, did you know that maybe there's aliens in Antarctica? I'm like, you're just scratching the fucking surface of Antarctica. And I just have to sit there and be polite because I don't want to carry on the conversation. So I'm just like, oh, cool, yeah. But like, I'm dying inside.
I feel that. What happened with Antarctica recently for you? Someone was just like, hey, guess what?
Well, I got cold at work. So on my lunch break, I came home and I put on my professional conspiracy theorist shirt.
Oh, see, you're asking for it then.
Yeah,
I don't
my
feel
clothing.
bad for you.
Yeah, my clothing choice made me ask for it.
Ask for it. You're asking
But
for it.
they're like,
what is she wearing?
Yeah, yep. And they were like, oh, you like conspiracies? Oh my God. My conspiracy is that Corey is coughing to throw me off my train of thought. But I was like, oh yeah, I totally am. And they're like, have you ever heard about the Antarctica conspiracies? And I said, which one? And they were like, oh, it's just aliens in Antarctica. And I was like, you don't even know, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, don't even open your fucking dumb mouth.
I should have hit him.
You should have. Honestly, more people need to get dropped down a peg. And by drop down, I mean with the people's elbow.
Physically attacked. It could be the people's elbow, but, you know, as an AJ Styles fan, and this comment isn't necessary, but I would go with the phenomenal forearm.
Yeah?
But that didn't help the conversation at all.
No, because I don't know AJ Styles.
Yeah.
I know that he wears fucking gloves and that's it.
Yeah. Dude, when PJ bought me those gloves, I could have kissed him on the mouth. But, you know, I was still in a relationship at that time and at this time with the same person.
You didn't, though, because COVID was just in its incubation period.
Yeah, that was in February.
That was in February.
We went to the fucking Delta Center.
Yeah.
In February.
Yeah.
And we all huddled together maskless because we all dressed like baby hose in the middle of the worst snowstorm of the year.
Yeah, it's true.
But we didn't want to have to wear big puffy coats inside. So we're like, we'll just like all huddle together like chickens.
It's so true.
That was this year.
Isn't it weird to think about like the first 2.5 months of the year were just normal and now we live in the epicenter of hell?
I literally, my year began and I was like, oh, at least it won't get worse.
Challenge accepted, bitch.
Yeah, and the universe was like, oh, we will cut you off from everyone.
Yeah.
And we'll take away your unemployment money.
I know it.
Like, oh my God.
I know, dude. It was ruthless. It was fucking ruthless. I was traveling at the beginning of the year. I had all these plans to like go to different cities and do different things. And then, you know, COVID just fucking rammed through my life like the goddamn Kool-Aid man and was like, oh no.
And the traveling that I have done since for like weddings, I'm like wearing a mask, no partying, go back to my room. I'm cleaning my own room because I want to make sure that everything's sanitized. And then people are like, we're going to maybe go out to dinner. And I'm like, have fun without me, dude. Like, just, you know, these are all first world problems, not getting to have the kind of fun we want.
I know, it is all first world problems, but when the world is an absolute dumpster fire, you attach to them.
That's true.
So much so. It is the only thing that gets you through the fucking day.
You know, something that keeps my heart just a fucking pumping is the idea that maybe one day I can manage to thieve and steal my way to Antarctica, and like right before the fucking military guns me down, I will finally know the truth.
I think that's honestly a really reasonable goal. If that's like your most like out of control goal, then I think you're fine.
Yeah.
Like I think you could do that. I think you can get to Antarctica.
Maybe.
You just need to befriend a pilot.
Yeah. Military pilot.
Sure.
Oliver's brother is a military pilot.
Well, see, you're already there.
Yeah. He's in Parts Unknown right now, but...
Parts Unknown?
Yeah.
What's that?
It just, I don't know. It's like, he's like, oh, I have to go work. And we're like, where? And he's like, That's so we don't know.
That's dumb as hell.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, the Middle East then. Gotcha.
Yeah, okay.
It's like, obviously.
Oh, so we're still in Iraq? Type.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Neat. Yeah, so that's it. But what we are talking about today is the Ningen. Ningen. It's Ningen. It's like ninja, but like a ninja generation. Combine those words together. Ningen. And it's an actual Japanese word for human.
Fun.
And
also, real quick, am I the only one who sometimes, when I read a word or when I hear a word that has a J in it, or even if I say it out loud, sometimes I almost say G, like J and G.
I can see you doing it for Ningen because it is with a G. But
sometimes I'm just like...
What about GIF? Do you think GIF for GIF?
No, I think GIF.
Okay, good.
But it's more like sometimes my brain just mixes them up. It's probably light dyslexia. I guess I'm
Maybe.
just curious if anyone else has this brand of light dyslexia
Yeah.
with J.
I wonder if
and
it would
G.
be even like a phonetical injury where like the phonetics of that very tiny little region of your language center is like fucked up just
Yeah.
barely.
I just got hit just the right amount.
Yeah.
J and G. Like it even takes my brain a second to like.
Like you used a
Idealize.
Q-tip too hard one time.
Yeah.
And now like you can sometimes distinguish them.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Or you
that's what
sneeze
happened.
too rough
Yeah.
and then you fucked up your brain. Yeah.
Yeah. You know when you do cartwheels on your bed or like roll around
Yeah.
on it, like that, and then I fell off.
Yep.
That.
Yep.
So
You should go to the doctor.
no.
Good for your brain injury.
No. Health insurance is for when I'm dying only.
It's true. Cherish it because when you don't have it.
Yeah,
that's
bitch,
when
you better
know.
start sucking on a fucking ginger root or whatever the fuck you need
I
to do.
know.
For
I'm going to
60
go
days.
fucking buy vitamins after this. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, put them in your ass or something so they just get
Yeah.
straight up injected.
I'm gonna buy that green crystal we learned about or whatever. The green
Moldavite.
meteorite. Yeah. I'm just playing. I'm swinging for the fences
Yeah.
with fake medicine.
Tape it to your forehead.
Yeah. No, I'll go into patro it and
Put
I'll
it
just
in your side.
yeah. I'll just nurture it like an egg.
Put it in your pussy.
My pussy. So Ningen are a cryptid. They are a cryptid that are primarily spotted in the Arctic waters north of Japan, but are mostly attributed to the Antarctic Ocean. They are described as being human-like in appearance, with distinctly large round heads which sit directly on their shoulders, so no neck, and long trailing arms and
relatable.
legs. Yeah, and, I know. And long trailing arms and legs that can be about 60 feet long. So
60 feet?
yeah. So when I first thought of this, on Family Guy when Peter, it shows like the girls where the guys' heads are like, or even on Cowboy Bebop, that's
Yeah.
kind of what it looked like, just
Yeah.
like egg people.
Yeah, it looks like me when I'm
yes,
not trying to accentuate.
Well,
Just a head
yeah.
sitting upon shoulders.
Just some heads, yeah, but like more stretched out.
You know, Thumbtanic, those guys?
Oh man, yeah, that. But if you had rickets and just like lost all muscular composure,
and then
fell
had
apart.
60-foot arms.
Yeah. So Ningen are on a similar tier with the Loch Ness Monster and Bigfoot, where oftentimes
The
fake.
fuck they are? Are you kidding me?
No, close. Where oftentimes fake depictions of the creature tend to eclipse the validity and the more believable claims of their existence on that tier.
Well, this is
not
what
in popularity.
This is what I'm saying. I'm not even talking about popularity. I'm saying in like the genus. Like the Loch Ness Monster and Bigfoot for me are like animal genus, right? Like they
This
could
is an
be
animal?
the fuck it is a 60-foot long fucking arms, human like with no fucking neck.
What else
Just
would
like
be
fucking Ed from fucking 90 Day Fiance, but
What-
hella
yeah.
long arms.
Yeah,
the
but-
fuck.
But Ed in the Antarctic is just a monster. Ed in Rose's bed is also a monster.
Ed in real life is a fucking monster.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
just am like, where the fuck does that come from? Because, like, I don't know. The other cryptids, you can kind of get behind, like, weird evolution of animals. But, like, some fucking Ed meets fucking Slenderman-ass shit in the middle of the waters in Japan. Where the fuck is that
I
coming
feel
from?
like you'll get behind it by the end of the episode.
Okay, well,
And
that's not the only thing I'm going to get behind.
oh. That's-
Like, literally, what?
I don't know. Was that yeah. So this isn't to try to persuade anyone about the existence of other cryptids either, but if something unknown were out there, I would roll the dice on it being in the ocean.
I would agree to that as well. We know
yeah.
more about space than we do about our own ocean.
Well, yeah, and even recently, scientists discovered an 80-million-year-old shark species that was still alive and kicking, so this really may not be too far off.
Yeah, there's for sure shit under there we have no fucking idea
Yeah.
about.
And we've barely been to Antarctica. So
We've barely seen the Titanic. So.
yeah. And I dare say that the Titanic wasn't even the Titanic. Now, while the Titanic was a different fucking ship, and then to get out of liability purposes,
I'm sorry. Wait.
we'll make an episode about it.
Hold on. I just need you. You think that what is physically under the ocean right now that we know as the Titanic?
There
is
is a
not the
conspiracy that the Titanic had a sister ship
Sure.
that had all the good shit
Sure.
of what the Titanic was marketed as, but it took longer to build. So regular Titanic was marketed as the ideal of what we understand to be the Titanic, but was just a regular fucking ship.
I can get behind that. I thought you were saying that you think that they fucking placed a fucking ship.
No, I'm not crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, don't you? I'll get James Cameron on the phone right now, bitch. I swear to God.
Oh, yeah. You call James Cameron, bitch. You call James Cameron and I'll admit to anything you want. It's so hard to yell with this mask on and my glasses are all fogging up. Trump...
Whoa. Freudian
You got me so mad that I started thinking about Trump. So while some try to dismiss the existence of Ningen to optical tricks of the light, making stingrays look particularly human-like, we're going to explore the more abstract claims and proof of their existence in this episode. So, what are the Ningen? In Japanese folklore, these human-like blobs of blubber inhabit the sub-freezing oceans of the Arctic and my personal favorite, the Antarctic. They are thought to be part of the evolutionary chain that split off from the distant relative of the apes and went to the water instead of living on land.
See, now they got me.
Yeah, you got
line and sinker.
Because it is interesting to note that if people evolved out of Africa, which were warmer climates, then there could have been a genetic relative who came from more extreme, colder climates and had to evolve to a life in water in order to get access to a more prevalent food supply.
Here's the thing. You know Sonico, my little pink axolotl? You know that she's completely regeneratable. Like anything that falls off of her or becomes damaged on her, she can completely regrow, including lungs. As in, right now she's fully aquatic. If you were to put her in muddy water, she would grow her own air-breathing lungs. It's painful and there's a process for it, but she could.
Yeah.
Like, that is literally real.
It.
That's in my living room right now.
Yeah.
That's not sci-fi. That's a real animal.
Well, there's like those immortal jellyfish that just keep regenerating and they'll never die.
Yeah.
So I actually like this theory because that's why like white people are white, because we evolved closer to like colder climates, so our skin's white to absorb more vitamin K.
Melanin.
Yeah. So like we can absorb more through like a smaller surface because we were genetically more clothed because we were colder. Whereas people, closer to the equator, people tend to be more dark because they need to absorb less. So having darker skin helps like keep the issue of like skin cancer and shit. So that's really all like races. So people get their panties in a bunch over fucking vitamin K absorption.
Well, of course, that's literally it. At the end of the day, people get their panties in a bunch about science, and that's all race is at the end of the day is science. We're all the same. Yeah. We just changed colors depending on where we were at the equator.
My panties are in a bunch because I just put them on wrong. That's not a reason.
You know what the solution is? Don't wear panties.
That's a good one. What about the chafing from jeans or what have you?
Powder your pussy with baby powder.
Got all the answers. You got all the answers. So there are two different schools of thought on whether or not they can move about on land, but either school of thought still confirms that they are primarily aquatic, so we're not really going to get too far into like confirming or disputing this particular belief, because most of the sightings or whatever that we're going to go into are all aquatic sightings. So Ningen sightings are thought to mostly come from Japanese lore because of their early and current involvement in the fishing industry. There are rumors that this creature was spotted by a research vessel, and other claims actually say it was fishermen, which we'll talk about, who originally thought that animal was a submarine, but upon closer review, it was noted to be an actual organic moving entity. And there isn't as much credibility to this claim, either because it didn't happen, or because it was suppressed by the Japanese government. And the Japanese government may have their reasons to want to stifle such claims and keep them in the dark.
I kind of don't understand what those reasons would even be, because if you're Japan and all you want to do is fucking make Gundams real, then all you need is a fucking creature in the goddamn sea like fucking Godzilla to be like, guess what? We're funding Gundam projects. See all those fucking giant robots we just put over malls for shits and giggles? They're fully movable military machines to fucking beat giant octopus monster cryptids.
Well, there's actually something to that because some theories claim that the makeup of the Ningen may be a lucrative source of medicinal value. It could be a venomous and untraceable compound used for espionage, or biological components could even make them the most powerful army in the world, which is something you would want to keep close to the chest.
Okay, so they're saying like it has some sort of capabilities. It's biological matter. Can be weaponized.
Like, if you're willing to show your dick with the Gundam, imagine how big the balls are.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Dare I say? Dare I say?
Ever since we fucking dropped those atom bombs, they're like, ooh.
Yeah, we dropped the atom balls, and now everyone's just trying to show.
Yeah, I know it.
So, okay, we talked balls, and now my mouth is all like dry because I keep spitting on this mask, and it's just. So, Kate, bear with me here. One of the first mentions.
Say what? I was like, ew, bitch.
One of the first mentions and sightings of the Ningen can be traced to all the. Oh, I know you're gonna have shit to say about this sentence.
Oh God.
It can be traced all the way to a 2chan forum. I know, but bear with me.
2chan or 4chan?
2chan, where they verified the story we just went over. But they claimed that they were actually shut down by the government to suppress and further the research or discovery of it. So normally these claims would be less fun if they were based on rumor, but those who have seen the Ningen report that the Japanese men in black would come and pay them a visit soon after. So let's go a little bit into that 2chan post. So in 2007, this was shortly after that 2chan post, there was an article about Ningen in a Japanese paranormal magazine named Moo Magazine, which called them Antarctic humans, which ended up bringing more attention to the original 2chan post. So included with this article was a Google Maps screenshot of what looked to be a Ningen off the coast of Namibia.
That's right. You said it right.
Yeah. Considering the article came out close in conjunction with the original disclosure on 2chan, it does seem to be that the Ningen are of a worthy deeper look. In fact, footage of the Ningen can be traced back prior to that 2chan post in the paranormal article. Now, what the 2chan post said was that they were part of a research team who saw the Ningen, and the Japanese government shut them down, which was actually kind of the first story we went over, where it was the research vessel that thought that they were actually a weapon. So, Ningens are thought to appear primarily at night and can range anywhere from regular human size to 60 feet in length, as mentioned previously. There are some claims that we said earlier that they are mistaken for stingrays who look distorted, discolored, and misshapen due to the optical illusions of the darker Arctic waters. But consider that those who are actually permitted to go to Antarctica are scientists, many of whom claim the movements of stingray are distinctly different. It gets hard to chalk up the mysterious cryptid sightings to just unintelligent or boozed up fishermen, because most of it is scientific. There are even spots that we have discovered in the past decade where hydrothermal vents in Arctic waters reveal a multitude of new life forms, including the bizarre-looking Yeti crab, which is super fucking cute. It's like a regular crab, but it's like white fur covers its claws. It's like a little Korra. Like, she's cosplaying a little Yeti crab right now because it's like that exact color too.
Cute.
Also, they call it a Yeti crab, which is another cryptic name, which I thought was really fucking interesting. Connecting the dots.
Also, how cute. I like
It
that
is
we're
so
like getting cute
cute
with our names.
Yeah, adorable. But also, it's interesting to note that this crab was discovered in 2005. And what was followed by that discovery was the Moo Magazine article about the Ningen a few years later, leading kind of to the thought of who's leaking this information to the press. And as covered previously, the Dick Shaver letters that were sent to Ray Palmer at Paranormal Magazine, that was on a previous episode, that they published those stories because they claimed it was the only way to get these stories published. So who knows if this is what occurred in similar thought when regarding the Ningen.
Like that actual real fact was being sent out in sci-fi magazines because it was the only publication that would get it.
Yeah.
Just like, you remember those magazines? You don't really see them anymore. I forget the name of them.
National Enquirer?
Was it National Enquirer? And it would be like, it would be this crazy, always crazy headlines, like in line at the grocery store. It would be like, JFK found in Aruba?
Yeah.
And you were like, what the
Dude,
fuck?
in the Men in Black movies, that's how they used to like communicate or get information.
Yes.
Dude, Probably because Hollywood leaks this bullshit all the time to see what kind of information we're willing to accept, and that way they can get away with it when it's disclosed to be true in the future.
Yeah. Where the fuck are those magazines anymore? Are they still around?
Well, probably not, because now too many people are onto them.
It's true.
Those magazines, they're right here.
I really wish I'm actually, after this episode, I'm going to get on eBay and see if I can find a bundle of them so we can just look through them.
Oh my God.
I think that would be a real treat.
Yeah, where we just read articles from National Enquirer.
Old National Enquirers.
Yeah. Oh my God, that would be so cool. So there's even schools of thought where scientists really hard insist that these hydrothermal vents are where life actually began some 4.6 billion years ago. So like just imagine deep within the blackened depths of freezing waters clinging to the only source of heat from thousands of miles around is where life began.
Well, there's a lot of weird shit popping out of those thermal vents. Like, they're the fucking hammerhead sharks or whatever that are living in fucking volcanoes.
Yeah.
Like, there's that, like, weird bacteria that, like, just thrives off of fucking poison. And they're like, we don't even think this is from Earth. Like, down in those hydrothermal vents, they're finding some sci-fi shit.
Yeah.
So,
and I think you and I are on the same page with this, but if we have aliens in the United States, there's no reason why there wouldn't be aliens for other countries all over
the United Oceans.
Yeah. And where the fuck better to hide than in the Antarctic? Like, if you're an alien, or if you...
Do you think cryptids are aliens?
Depends on the cryptid.
Okay.
But this is just like the alien train of thought on what a Ningen could
there's
be.
like weird alien bacteria at the bottoms of our oceans. Who's to say there's not? Whatever.
But that's like when people are like, oh yeah, there's alien life in the universe. And then they're like, it's an amoeba. I'm like, go fuck yourself. You knew what I meant.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, so like perhaps the alien craft that is housed in Antarctica, which is not a conspiracy, it's fact. Don't even argue with me about it. Is closely related to the Ningen, and then the Japanese government is merely the responsible party for their management in the same way that the United States would be with the Greys. Now, if anyone who listens to this podcast believes that there isn't something going on in Antarctica, then I will seppuku myself right now.
Well, then the content you're going to endure is not going to be enjoyable.
No, it's going to be fucking fine. So the evidence for there being hidden discoveries on the freezing continent are insurmountable. Some whistleblowers who have been reduced to tinfoil conspiracy theorists have even come out to say that there are structures beneath the ice, with one Navy SEAL actually coming out and disclosing to a reporter named Linda Moulton Howe about his experiences in Antarctica. And before you're wondering, Linda is definitely not a fucking National Enquirer reporter, but she's a legitimate Emmy Award winning documentary film person. And so this
guy was like, hey, guess what? You'll never believe there's structures underneath the ice.
Yeah. And he's like, I've got to tell you something crazy. And she was like, yeah, you son of a bitch, I'm in. So she wrote up his accounts, and this ex-naval officer claimed to have been in a quote unquote no-fly zone when stationed as a flight engineer in a squadron called the Antarctic Development Squadron 6. This SEAL goes on to say that this no-fly zone was actually only credited as such because of the high amount of UFO activity, and alleging that the space needed to be completely clear for them to have more access to the sky unmolested by like military or scientific aircraft. So in a sense, it was like a free-for-all UFO zone, and humans were not allowed to interject their own craft whatsoever. And although he didn't mention the Ningen specifically, he was there stationed between 1983 and 1997 and made a ton of claims that we could probably try to tie in with the Ningen. So, for example, during this time, he claimed that there was a group of scientists who had been gone longer than what their excursion planned for. And when they finally came back, they were incapable of speaking about what happened to them. It was just like they were either too afraid or incapable of saying anything. And then later on, near Marie Byrd Land, a group of scientists went missing again. So this naval officer and his crew were like organized a search party to go find him and pick him up. And when he did see them, he described them as being terrified and noted in an email to Linda Howe that there was an area in the South Pole Station that even he and his team were not allowed to fly over. He did tell her, though, that he had the chance to go very near this area prior to it being designated as an air sampling area, quote unquote, and said the only thing there was a massively massively large black hole in the ice. So some Antarctic theories we have talked about before have ranged anywhere from it being tied in with the flat Earth to it being a Nazi safe haven after the fall of Hitler. But the most substantial of these claims has to be the one tying Antarctica in with UFO activity and alien activity, which leads us ultimately back to the Ningen. What are they, and why don't they, capital they, want us to know more? Dare I say that the Ningen may even be native to Antarctica? They may just be a fun cryptid.
Oh, that's fun.
Or they may be aliens who landed there, and that's just where they live. And it's a safe haven for aliens. I don't know. But the fact that he flew over this massively black hole in the ice is so fucking cool, because Admiral Byrd talked about flying into a massively huge hole in the ice in Antarctica when he was flying down there, and it led him to a fucking alien safe haven under the ground.
Yeah. So this for you kind of verifies that. It's two different people saying there's a big old black hole in the ice.
Yeah. What's in the hole, Noelle?
Probably nothing good. There never is anything good at the bottom of a hole.
If you go and look at satellite images of Antarctica, they are composites that are heavily edited, and it's not I can tell because of this. No, you can tell. Anyone can fucking tell because of the pixels.
What do you mean?
Go Google Earth Antarctica. Look at how terrible it looks.
Saying that it just is a bunch of fucking ice. Just
it's square. It's someone copied and pasted a bunch of squares.
You know that it's too big of an area. They'll have to take.
You son of a bitch! It is not. It's not too big of an area to get actual images pasted together. That shit is not fucking real, and they want you to think it's real.
I'm just saying it's a big ass surface area of
look at that shit.
White, of course.
Yeah, a big fucking flat
Who the fuck
pancake.
is here?
I don't know, but it scared the bejesus out of me.
Sorry, a child came to my door because they found a husky.
No, they came to the fucking door so they could shut us up because now I've already. I didn't forget what we were talking about. We were talking about all the images of Antarctica clearly being fucking fake.
Yeah.
And then the government's come over, ask her about a missing husky. So now you better watch out because they're going to come got Apollo if you don't shut up and comply.
It's a 12-year-old girl. It was a 12-year-old girl asking.
Noelle, the meanest people in the world are teenage girls.
You're not wrong about that, but she was very kind. She was like, "Hi, we found a husky, and your neighbors said that you have one. Are you missing your husky?" And I turn around and see that dumb bitch. I should have been like, "Yeah, yeah, give it to me, Holly, sweet boy." But there are actually a lot of huskies in this neighborhood, so it could be a few people.
Yeah, but it legitimately
What,
let me look at what my Fitbit says my heart rate was.
What did you freak out?
Yeah, bitch, when I'm talking government shit, I'm at 85.
Yeah. The government wouldn't knock like this.
She knocked like a fucking cop.
That's not how cops knock. Cops don't knock, they just
she was
shoot.
Bah, 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 bah.
Oh, man. Oh, boy. But anyway, I guess the debate is out about Antarctica images, but I like to believe in the Ningen. I'd like to believe that they're real. Also, I think that the Japanese cryptids have always been really cool. Japanese monsters have always been really cool. I think they've always been ahead of the game. Mm-hmm. So,
especially because their monsters are primarily only heads.
Yeah, which is not great for anyone.
But if you Google images of the Ningen, I think there's videos on there too. Oh, but God, it's one of those things where it's horrific. We discussed at the top of the episode, it's the entire cryptid community is just infected with fakes. And
Ningen.
Ningen. You did it.
I had to think about it. It sounds serious. Okay.
That one's cute.
It looks like a tadpole with feet.
That's a good way to describe it.
Sometimes that's scary.
But these are all artist depictions, right? But there's things like that where it's clearly more of a scientific type composite, where you can be like, okay, I see it. But all these other ones are obviously artist renditions.
I dare anyone to look up Ningen. The Wikipedia image is what I would call a white tadpole with human legs.
Yeah, but like where the tadpole tail would normally be like one thing, it's like split into two perfect human legs.
And then there are other images of the Ningen that like take that exact same image, and it's scary because they made it a bajillion feet long.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe don't look at pictures of the Ningen online because I think it'll really bum you out. I think in my mind, this was such a creepier fucking animal. Like it was so
Till the images got you.
Yeah, it was like this weird, like deep sea, dark anglerfish nightmare shit with fucking tentacles of knives, and it was gigantic. Like it would fight Godzilla. I was not prepared to see like a happy sperm with legs. Like it's not.
It is like weirdly cute, right? That picture of it.
What is he gonna do? Nothing. Like
it's like he said that he doesn't have arms to hug people.
I know. It's but also, can we just say if these were aquatic, why the fuck they got human legs? We know these ain't shit in the water.
Yeah. I don't like the ones where people try to make them sexy.
That's always a thing, dude. I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
That's why I can't be on the internet too long looking at pictures of huskies because it always ends up in furry territory, which is just not great for anybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I'm really disappointed because sometimes you see Japanese demons and you're like, wow, yeah. And then you see, and honestly, Ningen is a cool name. It sounds like ninja, but with an engine and it's tight. And then you look at it and you're like, what's this dopey motherfucker?
Okay, well, you know what, Noelle? If we judged everyone by names, you would be a Christmas tree. So that's just the end of that discussion.
God. Look, they gave him a booty. He got that cake. Some of these. What the fuck?
Oh, that was just like a sad bunny ghost.
It is. This is shitty Pokemon. This is like Pokemon at the Dollar Tree. It's not really like Pokemon. It's like Monopoke, and it looks like this. What a nightmare.
Look at the little hand coming out of its mouth because he just killed
someone.
it.
Oh, yeah. Are there reports of Ningen eating anybody?
No.
They're just friendly.
I think that they're like on a similar tier as like the manatee, or they're just, chilling.
Oh, what are the sea dogs?
Yeah.
That's what Ningen are. That's why they gave him this picture on the Wikipedia page.
Yeah, sleepy sea puppies.
So he's a little sea pup. He's
just a Korra. Just Korra would be a Ningen.
Just struggling.
Like Apollo would be the tier of a Japanese monster, and then Korra's the Ningen.
That's fair. I agree with you there. I mean, I have nothing against cryptids that don't do shit. Like that are just here, they're just out here hanging out, having a good time, relaxing. Those don't bother me. You're almost like, who cares if it's here then?
Yeah. Just fucking leave it alone.
Did Paul Rudd really write?
I don't think so.
Okay, anyway, yeah, it's like I have no beef with that. I've got beef with fucking skinwalkers, but I don't have beef with a Ningen.
I don't have beef with skinwalkers, but I do want to see one.
I've got mad beef with skinwalkers.
Why? What'd they ever do to you?
So much. Are you kidding me? What haven't they done is the real question.
Well, you're right. I can't answer that.
So?
I can't even come up with a sarcastic response for that.
Exactly. That's how much they've affected my psyche. Because I don't understand what the fuck they are. But anyway, at least I understand what a Ningen is. A sad little sperm with human legs just trying to fucking thrive.
Yeah, just kind of like us.
Yeah.
Really. We're not so different.
Also,
are we not just morphed sperm doing our best?
We are. That's what I'm saying. Also, isn't it kind of sad to think that like weird, happy, shitty Pokemon cryptid just bebopping around minding its own and it gets sucked up by the Japanese government so they can harvest it for like this accidental toxin that leaks out of its skin, and it's just sad and like, no.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a Save the Whales shirt, but we're just going to shittily Photoshop it to save the Ningen.
I'm so down with that because for real though. It's like those videos of when dolphins fucking pass around pufferfish because they get high off of it. Have you seen that?
No, but I'm texting you. I don't want to see sad shit.
It's not sad. It's sad if you think about it, but
I'm sad just thinking every day about nothing.
They're not like harmed, but the pufferfish is blown up, so it's like stressed out, and the dolphins are boop with their noses, boop, because its toxins make them high. So they fucking pass around pufferfish like it's a fucking volleyball in there, and like that scene in Top Gun.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of fun.
Like, imagine the dolphin is like Tom Cruise and the other dolphin is Val Kilmer, and they're with their shirts off and they're throwing a volleyball, but the volleyball is a pufferfish. And
what
they're
hasn't
getting
Tom
high.
Cruise huffed? Like, he probably is the
Sanity?
one. Yeah. Just like maybe a reasonable blend of psychiatrics to calm him down. You're right.
For sure that. Oh, man. Have you seen Val Kilmer? He's not doing good.
Dude, I'm
not doing good.
I'm going to say something controversial.
What?
But I'm going to say it.
What?
Nipple Batman is my favorite fucking Batman suit.
What?
Because of the nipples.
You want to know actually something? Joel Schumacher, who is the one who made Bat Nipples, he died in July of this year.
And nobody fucking
No
knew.
one cared.
You know what, Joel Schumacher, this episode is for you.
It always has been. If there's one I think that those are the most trash Batmans, but I also think that they're a fun romp, and everyone talks shit on Bat Nipples because they're like, Joel Schumacher was one of the most flamboyant, out of the closet proud gay men in Hollywood, and he did hard zooms on everyone's fucking ass in the Robin and Batman
I want one
suits.
of those nipples to
And
like
those
cut
nipples.
me. Like, I want to hug
Yeah.
Val Kilmer Batman, and I just want like a little tiny nipple bruise on my sternum.
It's just like,
But now I can't have it because of COVID, because of Trump.
I know.
I just want a nipple
I
bruise
know it.
from
You know-
Nipple Batman.
You know, one of these days I'll have to take you down the road of, but anyway, I also want to say to your point, you're wrong. The Tim Burton Batmans are fucking incredible.
I'm not shitting on the movies. I'm saying
You
that
like the nipples.
I'm saying that Nipple Batman transcends
That's fair.
what we can even judge.
It is fun to think that like Bat Nipples and that whole Joel Schumacher Batman was so hypersexualized on a like a gay gaze, because usually like the male gaze would be like, we're gonna, you know, we have to watch big titties jump around in a tiny little suit. That Bat girl was fucking to the nines, dude.
Yeah.
We didn't see she was honestly more covered up than like a fucking nun in a Catholic church.
Yeah.
But we got full exploitation of male ass cheeks,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and nipples and pecs. And honestly, that makes me happy.
Yeah.
So I feel you.
Yeah. It's just Nipple Batman is so good. It's like what it will save us during hard times, thinking of Nipple Batman.
Honestly, I genuinely believe that the cure to a lot of problems is watching the original 90s Batmans from Burton to Schumacher. I think you should. I think it's worth it.
I agree.
So anyway, that's about that on that.
Yeah, I did. It's your birthday this weekend. Wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
We're recording this on a Thursday, so it's not your birthday yet.
It's not. I'm not old yet.
And then hopefully you win a lot of money. Hopefully
That would
I
be
win a
nice.
lot of money too.
And I
I'll
hope
give
anyone,
you some money.
I hope anyone wins a lot of money. It'll
Yeah.
be great for all of us.
Anyone who is a good person. I hope you win
true.
money.
I agree with that. Hail. I'm still gonna hail Satan on this one.
You know what? Hail Joel Schumacher.
Yeah, he also deserves a hail.
Also Ningen. We went off base there a little bit.
The ninja
Nipples and Ninjins.
nipples and that's the name of the episode. Okay, bye.